What is up, Bills Mafia? I'm going to say it because I think it is something that we all have to maintain, and that is positive perspective on things going on despite the things that are going on. We have 40 days until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. I'm going to go without the bells and whistles for this quick little live stream. I just want to talk a little bit about the big story, the only story right now that any of us are thinking about. And before I even get started, for those of you who maybe watched my live stream last night, I kind of want to apologize because I kind of went off the rails at the end. I got, I guess, political and conspiratorial to a degree. And, we all act and react in different ways when it comes to things like this, right? Some of us just shut down and other people lash out, and some people just can't think clearly. And I think I'm a combination of all of those. So if you were on and you saw that and you were offended, then I apologize for that. I really do. I hate those apologies. I'm sorry if you were offended. I apologize if you were offended. Forget that. I apologize, period. And I see a bunch of you jumped on already, so that's really nice. I really need the company. I'm an emotional guy, so there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to get choked up, but I'm going to try to keep things positive. I want to say hi to Bob Marsh. What's up, Bob? It's so nice to see you. And I just, appreciate just all the connection that you've had with me, Bob. And Joe, you too. You're awesome. Kobe, Colleen is back. What is up, Colleen? I love that doggone Damar too. Louis, Justice, how you doing? Blessings going out to Damar, no doubt about it. So let's just chat a little bit. Have we not all been in therapy all day today? I mean, I go to work and nobody is talking. I mean, it was like just mumbling. People just walking around in a daze. It was surreal. And if you're like me, I didn't sleep last night. I was up till 1 o'clock in the morning trying to get updates on what was going on, and then couldn't fall asleep for an hour. And then I had nightmares. I literally was dreaming about this thing. And then I woke up at 6 to get my kids off to school, and it's been tough. And thank you, Joe. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. See, I'm getting choked up already. This is gonna be a messy, messy stream. Very messy stream. I should have brought some. Oh, cool. I got a napkin here. I think it was from some tacos I had a few nights ago. I'm gonna need them. All right. So, but this is not going to be a sappy stream. I kind of just want to talk about my perspective on things, and I'm hoping that at the end of it, we're all going to come away feeling like, all right, let's go. Let's go. First of all, I know you have, whether you're a praying person or not, have said a prayer. So thank you. Thank you for that. And hello, Felicia Marillo. I'm not sure I've seen you here before. It's okay to talk. There's no black and white in this world. It's all just shades of gray. You got that doggone right. So a few thoughts, a few things that I've been thinking about, and just so you know, like I said, I don't have any bells and whistles. I'm not going to be throwing your comments up. I'm going to be reading them as much as I can, but I want this as little production value as possible, because I don't want to feel like in any way I'm like somehow trying to gain some attention from this horrible situation. I said, should I do a stream tonight? I said, yeah, I should do a stream tonight. Let's start off with some good news. I think some good news. Yes, it is good news. So maybe you've heard the uncle of Damar Hamlin came out and said that he is now starting to breathe on his own. I know there's a lot of speculation on what type of condition he is in. It's a whole nother situation with, oxygen to the brain and how long and all that stuff. I am not going there. Just taking what I'm getting and clinging to it the best I can. He's breathing on his own a little bit. Like it was 100% ventilator, now it's 50% ventilator. So that's positive. From what I understand, that when these things happen, he's going to be sedated. He's going to be just kept, I guess, just as keep his body as cool as can be for the next, 72 hours to try to get him back to where his body can function on its own. You can tell I'm not a doctor. You can tell I have no medical school experience. Boy, can you imagine me as like the spokesperson at the hospital coming out in front of everybody? Hey, he's got to kind of breathing on his own. He's hanging in there. Anyway, I don't want to ramble. I don't want to go all over the place. And I do want to get some points out real quick. As you know, try to be a positive person, right? Bills are winning the Super Bowl. And I'm telling you right now, the Bills are winning the Super Bowl. But we're not thinking about Super Bowl at all right now. I couldn't care less if they canceled the season right now. And I'm sure you guys all feel like that. But life does go on. I thought about the fact that since this incident last night, across the country, there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that have had heart attacks, cardiac arrest. Families have lost fathers and sons and daughters, and it's something that happens. I'm not throwing shade on what happened last night at all. In fact, what happened last night in front of millions of people, I think, is more significant because of the circumstances involved. And what's kind of good about it is it makes us all think about this kind of stuff, right? How many of you guys who have children hugged your kids yesterday? How many of you called up your mom or dad or somebody that you care about and said, man, I love you. I love you. So this is the kind of things that happen in life that we have to have, unfortunately, tragedies to help us keep perspective. I could have done without that last night. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like, all right, excellent, we got a big one. Not at all. But this is big. This is big for all of us. So another part of this that has come out of it is, someone just mentioned in the chat, is the donations to Damar Hamlin's charity. Joe says the current figure, well, in case you don't know, I'm sure you do, but in case you don't know, Damar Hamlin had a charity where I think he wanted to get to $1,500 or $2,500. And I think his charity as of last night before the game was like about $7,000. Well, you see in the chat there, Joe says the current figure is over $5 million. I got choked up again. $5 million. What is that? Oh, my face is all getting all cracked. Crazy. What's going on? I'm going to fix that. $5 million. So that tells me so much, not only about, the people of Buffalo, not only the people of Cincinnati, which if you are from Cincinnati and you're in the stream, hats off to you and your fan base. We always loved, for a long time, we've been loving the Cincinnati Bengals organization, right? Ever since that big day where Tyler Boyd and Andy Dalton got us into the playoffs. What a great city. I would love it if somehow, some way, some PR spokesperson, wherever down at the stadium, could talk somebody into putting up a Bengals flag above our stadium. That would be awesome. What a gesture that would be, to thank the city of Cincinnati for what they've done. So, and it's, maybe every city would react like this, but I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. Anyway, so good things are coming out of this. as of right now, Damar is not out of the woods, and we continue to pray, and we're hoping for the best. While this is happening, we are all, I think, to a degree, finding perspective in our lives. Like, for me, the Bills were the only thing I could care about since that doggone 13-second debacle in Kansas City. And I woke up every day thinking about Buffalo Bills football, and I continue to, and I'll get back at it. But it's unfortunate that sometimes something like this has to happen for us to kind of have a little more perspective. Anyway, so that is an update on Damar. It sounds like he's doing better. It's wonderful. Like, I think I have more people on the stream right now than I ever have, honestly, except for when Tom Grossi rated my stream. So it just shows me that we're all right here, right? Just like we need to continue to heal from this as a city, and of course, pour our energy. We pour our energy, our collective energy. I'm big on that when it comes to the Bills and how negativity, I think, has kept this team from getting over the top. And I'm like, pour your positive energy into the Bills. Well, pour your positive energy into Damar, the situation with Damar, and I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. I mean, just, man. Oh, and the one thing that I don't want to to forget to say is that Damar Hamlin's uncle, if you can find him online, I'm sure you can hear some of the things he's been saying. He's been up since this thing has happened, and he's sticking by his nephew. And he said, and I've been thinking the same thing. A lot of people pass in their life and don't get to, what's up, Bills Maniac and Seamus? It's nice to see you guys very much. And what's up, E? People will pass away and not really get to know how loved they are. And Damar's uncle said, once Damar gets through this and he comes to, and he gets to see the reaction of the world. He gets to see that his foundation will probably have $7-8 million by then, when he was hoping for 2,500. And I'm picturing it, Damar walking out of the hospital, just hundreds of people there. Maybe not walk. It might be in a wheelchair. I think there's a good chance of that. But whatever. And he sees this love. It'll almost make it worth it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, these tragedies bring about something that is bigger than football, bigger than our jobs, bigger than a lot of things that we put a lot of time and effort and energy into. What's up, Jim Tripp? I hope you're doing well. Yes, sir. We're all thinking about Damar. And kind of, to wind it down here, I hate the fact that, I was so critical of Damar Hamlin's play on the football field. I started the stream last night, and I called him our weak link on the defense, which is kind of the weak link on our defense, right? So him going down like that, also with my perspective about him, I never, disliked the guy or anything. I just didn't like his play. Again, makes me kind of scale back my expectations of a person I've never met, and makes me, realize that as much as we critique and criticize people around us, the most important thing isn't whether or not we get, our sentiments recognized. It's more important that the people that we are kind of at times tearing down, that we're ready and willing to build them up, right? You have football and you have life. They intersect. And we just have to be careful that they don't collide and cause problems. All right, finally, as we're getting through this, the Bills-Bengals game will not be played this week. I understand that they have not made a decision yet on whether they're going to play the game, and I've been back and forth on that. There is, I think, probably a better chance that they will than they won't. And let's just face it, it is business, and there is a lot of advertisers and different things that are happening that kind of depend on the show to go on, so to say. So I think a lot of it has to do with whether or not Damar improves, and I think some of it might have to do with the results of the games this weekend. But I think they can probably fit the Cincinnati Bills game in after Week 18. They could probably play on a Thursday night, and then one or both teams could have their wild card game like on a Tuesday. And there's a good chance that only one team would have to play a wild card game. A decent chance, I guess. I guess it would all depend on the Chiefs lose. And if that happens, only one team has to play a wild card game between the Bengals and the Bills. Then they only have to move one game to like a Tuesday. I know it's not ideal. Teams are going to get hurt in terms of, their advantages and disadvantages. But I think they're going to want to get this game in. So I'd say maybe there's a 60-40 chance, 60% chance that they're going to try to get this game in, because it is all about, money in the end, right? Let's just face it. So, but they're going to try to be very, cool about it, be conscientious. I can't say the word. And, try to do what's right, because there also is their PR problems there if they try to, get this game off. So we'll see. Otherwise, there's no game, and the number one seed will all depend on if Buffalo wins against the Patriots and the Chiefs lose to the Raiders. Then the Bills get the number one seed. And then listen, this is my final thought. I read somewhere to change date of playoffs and Super Bowl costs $50 million. Well, how much are they going to lose by not playing the game? I guess, it's all going to come down to pulling out a calculator and seeing, what would cost the most. What's up, Mafia Sports Report? Yeah, lots of love to you guys. I love watching you guys. You guys are so much fun. And, we're all together on this. And I thank you for your sentiment and prayers over there. So the last thing I want to say is I'm not really ready to talk about playoff seeding and scheduling and all of that just yet, but it's there. And I don't want to also sound like heartless or, just whatever, but life does go on, people. We are going to get back to our lives with respect, and it's almost our duty to get back to life, like real soon. Not forgetting about what happened and not, tossing this to the side, but it's going to be time to get back slowly, and we're going to get there. And I saw Deion Dawkins on an interview, and it sounds like, a lot of these players, they're going to fight for their fallen comrade. Honestly, they're ready to go. It's been a tough year. From what happened last night to what happened over the summer at Tops in Buffalo, to the blizzard that took lives, to the somewhat insignificant things now compared to those things, the injury to Micah Hyde, injury to Von Miller, and the passing of Dawson Knox's brother. I mean, it has been really tough. And if you're like me, what you're starting to think about is there is a Buffalo curse. I'm here to tell you, this channel is squashing that. There is no curse. We are Buffalo strong. We are going to take this thing to the end. And we're going to show the world, like we have been, that we're bigger and better than the enemies that we face. I will be on tomorrow and the next day and the next day until the Buffalo Bills win Super Bowl 57. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me a little bit. I love you guys. I really do. I don't even know who you guys are. You're just faceless people that post chat messages in my chat. And I love you guys. I really, really do. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow.